What is the one song that in your opinion is 100% perfect? Judith by A Perfect Circle. Haunting, beautiful song from the very beginning to the very last note. A perfect rock song. ELO, Mr. Blue Sky the Kinks, Waterloo Sunset Counting Crows, A Long December Talking Heads, This Must Be the Place. Not perfect but meaningful and helped me through a tough time. Head Above Water by Avril Lavigne. It's about her health struggles and not letting it get her down. I listened to that song when I shaved my head when it started falling out from chemo. I listened to it in the infusion chair too. It gave me strength and empowerment, and that's what music is all about. High and Dry, Radiohead Home, The Cinematics Angelus, Elliott Smith The Way I Feel Inside, The Zombies Bloodstream, Stateless Adrian, Mason Jennings You Know I'm No Good, Amy Winehouse Talking in Code, Margot and the Nuclear So-and-So's Michigan, The Milk Carton Kids Hear You Me, Jimmy Eat World Sleep Sunshine, The Wigs The Ghost of You, MCR Collie Strings, Manchester Orchestra Skinny Love, Bon Iver Dizzy on the Come Down, Turn Over Whatever Makes You Mine, John Van Dusen. Fast Car, Tracy Chapman, Beautiful Voice, Sad Story Beautifully Told, Fantastic Rhythm. It's got it all. Experience by Ludovico Annuity, https://www.youtube.com/watch. V equals so5pgg0 https://www.youtube.com/watch. V equals so5pgg0 Modern Classical Masterpiece. It feels like listening to someone's soul. Little Wonders by Rob Thomas, played at the end of the animated movie Meet the Robinsons, gets me every time. Pachelbel's Canon in D major, live with a full orchestra is the most amazing thing. I hate it at weddings, but I literally cried hearing it a few months ago at the symphony. Sinner Man is sung by Nina Simone. I don't even think of it as a song. More like a book in the Bible. Claire de Lune, Claude Debussy. This song could never be overplayed. Its feeling has range. It can feel like closure, overcoming challenges, love, a new beginning, magical, grief, forgiveness, and peace. I absolutely love this song. Under Pressure I can't think of any other song that has such a masterful build towards a crescendo moment. The fact that it was banged out over a couple of hours makes it even better. It's a spotlight on just how talented Queen plus Bowie are. They were drunk, high and around and wrote one of the greatest songs of all time. Women, what do you hate about being a woman? The assumption that I automatically want kids. That me off more than anything. I am child-free, and every male I have told this to was absolutely flabbergasted. One little I am still friends with told me he couldn't comprehend why I desire a life without kids. I told him I can't comprehend why he desires a life with kids. Oh, and also periods. Not only is the constant bleeding gross and insanely annoying, the PMS is worse. I can't live my life normally without feeling the dread of having one. As I sit crying I feel like dying, bloated and pained to get on with my day, then I find a post. I'm inclined to rip the op from their desk, brace my hands on their chest and scream. I am in an excruciating amount of pain because of my period and the doctor won't give me a hysterectomy because they don't think my pain is that bad, but they also keep giving me medication that makes me fall over dizzy and get huffy when I just want to be a working member of society and make me feel bad about not having money because I grew up under the poverty line and it's apparently all my fault. Periods. People treating me different because I'm a female. And being a small woman doesn't help when I'm trying to be taken seriously. Having to be the one that takes most of the different types of contraceptives, most of which are impactful on physical and mental well-being. Having to worry about what I wear in case someone gets the wrong idea. The pressures of society to both be a good mother and not a financial deadweight on my partner. That when I'm feeling emotions, like any human being, that I'm crazy or overreacting or a crybaby when the things I'm crying about are perfectly valid from a logical standpoint. But no, I'm probably PMSing. This Sylvia Plath quote has always resonated with me. Yes, my consuming desire is to mingle with road crews, sailors and soldiers, barroom regulars, to be a part of a scene, anonymous, listening, recording. All this is spoiled by the fact that I am a girl, a female always supposedly in danger of assault and battery. My consuming interest in men and their lives is often misconstrued as a desire to seduce them, or as an invitation to intimacy. Yes, I want to talk to everybody as deeply as I can. I want to be able to sleep in an open field, to travel west, to walk freely at night. And amp, #X200B, oh and periods lol. Reproduction organs. I don't want kids because I don't want to experience pregnancy. I wouldn't say I like periods and that we have extra fat for areas like we are under constant oppression, get paid less than men, and experience more crime, and the government is obsessed with controlling our bodies but barely prosecutes crimes like rape. I don't want either, but other than that, men seem to have easier lives. Women with a people-pleaser personality. What helped you realize that you really truly don't need people's approval, and that it's okay to show the real you instead of a mirror of the person you're talking to? I wasn't ever a complete people pleaser, but there was a period of time I cared a lot more, than I learned to care a lot less because of work. Being the younger one and having people older than me work under me, they need to be humbled by the hierarchy because they were trying to disrespect me or get away with things they shouldn't have been able to simply because they worked there longer and were older in age. It just did not work like that. So after a while, I stopped caring if they liked me or not when I had to tell them something they didn't exactly want to hear. Do your job or you will like me less when I have to tell you to do it? I actually had to have a few friends that told me that it was absolutely fine to say no and that no one will hate on me for saying no. Also, I read some books on doing things because I want to, not because I had to, and setting boundaries. It's a lot to unlearn and relearn, but it's great when you have supportive people around that is aware of that tendency, to not abuse our coping mechanism to say yes to everything and to gently remind me that it is absolutely fine to say no and even encouraged it. It's like a breath of fresh air when people are still happy and fine with you even when you said no. What I don't have to force a yes to win your friendship/approval. Wow. I had to learn the hard way through repeated evidence that the people I was trying to please would never return the favor, and in the rare cases that they would, the relationship was egregiously codependent. Healthy individuals steer clear of those with self-destructive tendencies. It's sad, but fair. So generally, if you have a predisposition to people please, you won't be attracting situations or people into your life who have intentions to do anything but take advantage of that. Eventually you have to save yourself the frustration and heartache, and learn to practice a certain level of being self-focused in order to attract a life and community that works for and in favor of you rather than against you. I learned that people-pleasing didn't actually get me any points in terms of people liking or respecting me. Oftentimes people-pleasers are manipulated for quick wins. It's not like there are any returns long-term for people-pleasing. In my experience, there's a reason my life motto is don't make me show you who I am. I'll people-please up to a point because I do like it to some extent and it's a default behavior at this stage of my life, but disrespect or manipulation makes me bounce. Being in situations that I felt so uncomfortable or anxious, it took its toll on me. Now it's a no, not a rude no, but no. It took therapy at this stage of my life to learn that my feelings bleeping matter to an amp. I absolutely will have boundaries. I'm still a work in progress, but I so love my therapist for what she was able to give back to me. I have to add, it doesn't matter who it is, my child, family or strangers. It's take control time. What are the downsides of marijuana use? It's a really useful plant, but I've been a user off and on for years. If you're in a bad situation it'll make it worse. If you're in a good place in your life and need something for sleep or pain relief it's a blessing. It's much more effective therapeutically at lower doses or blended with other cannabinoids. Definitely negatively contributes to paranoia and mental health if you're using too much or too often. If your brain is still developing please don't smoke regularly. It's fine for a party or social event but it may have consequences as an adult. Nothing disabling but may leave you feeling slow and nervous. Dreaming went away. Overall energy is down. Tendency to overeating unhealthy food. Short-term memory loss. Time dilation. Smoking it stinks very much and some people find it offensive to smell. Societal stigma. In police interactions, as soon as they suspect you've used or it smells like it in a car, your rights are gone. State depending. In dating, it filters either people who don't care or are users themselves. Most high-paying, stable jobs will not hire someone who tests positive on a drug test. What do you most appreciate about the women in your life? Both my mom and my partner are single moms. Both inspire me to keep doing my best and pushing through any rough times. If they could do it with minimal help and money I don't really have an excuse. My daughter has made me mature and be more selfless. I can still be selfish at times but I blame my passion for surfing on that haha. Many things, but overall something common among all of them. They make life softer and more beautiful. By that I mean how women care a lot about aesthetics, beauty, looking good, clothes, homes, cars, desks, children etc., whereas guys care about function and utility most of the time. I used to tease them about it but now I see it as a feature not a bug. It really isn't connected to the fact that they are women, but I like the fact that they are intellectually similar to me, and that they help me stay on track sometimes. They really just tell me things I already know, but they know which things they can say without being annoying and still help me stabilize. It isn't connected to the fact that they are women in the sense that I like these things in the males around me too. It's just that women and men won't say the exact same thing, and I find men to be more helpful psychologically speaking. I have 3 amazing women in my life, my wife and 2 daughters, and I appreciate the unconditional love they show towards me, the way they look at me, discussions we have, the advice they seek from me and give to me. I appreciate the little things, like a note on my desk or random purchase of a shirt when I didn't even realize I needed it. I appreciate my mother and grandmother the most, because they've shown me nothing but love and for the longest time I took it for granted and put my feelings and emotions first and not them. I'm glad I realized that before it was too late. Some people don't even get that chance anymore, so don't take family for granted because they're the realest ones you'll ever have. Don't have any women in my life. My mother only brought me ruin and my sisters have nothing to do with me, but when I see a married mother of a few brats I thank her like you do an army person. Thank you for your service, not in dead serious way lol, I just think motherhood is beautiful.